Good morning, queens and kings. How are we this morning? I am on my way to work early this morning because I'm trying to get in early. Maybe I can get out a little early. This is my Friday, and Lord, thank you for letting me make it to see it. It's been a week. It's been a week. But, guys, I'm going to tell you this. I want to ask you guys something. I once was asked by a doctor. I guess he was a relationship doctor. He asked me, he said he noticed that I on my YouTube channel. He said, I noticed that you use that word love a lot. He asked me to explain what that means to me so he can understand if I really know what love was. So I said, well, there are certain types of love. First of all, we have love for family. We have that family love where that bind is so tight because of family. But just because everybody is your family, you can love them from a distance. You don't have to be around them. You know what I'm saying? Then there's love for your friends. And well, to me, that love for your friends is just like your family, because a lot of time your friend become your family. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you all know each other so much and you confide in each other about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So when they asked me, well, he asked me, well, why do you always tell the world people in the world you love them? I said, because that what God put us on earth to do. We're supposed to love everyone, even our enemies. But he didn't say we have to be around them or associate with them. You understand what I'm saying? But love, you supposed to have. If you don't have love in your heart, then what are you doing with your life? Because you cannot go around hating everybody. You got to love somebody. You know what I'm saying? Then there's that type of love for your companion, with your mate, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, your fiance. There's that type of love. But when it comes to that type of love, to me, you're supposed to love everybody unconditional. But when you're in a relationship or you're married, you're supposed to have that unconditional love for your husband or your wife. You know, you're supposed to be respectful towards each other. The love you have for your mate is so powerful. But like I tell people, in order to love your mate the way you should put God before your relationship. Ask God to guide you in your relationship. Because actually it stands down to this. If you got someone doing more for them, for you, and you're not doing anything for them, do you think that's love? I don't. I think you're just being selfish. If you got somebody that you're doing more for and they're not doing anything for you, I think they're being selfish. Love is a two-way street. To get love, you got to give love, and to give love, you got to get love. I'm just being honest, guys. So when you say I love you, when I tell my Facebook family I love them, I love you all unconditionally, because I don't know a lot of you unless you're my family. I really don't know any of you unless you're my family. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's somebody that became friends with on here, then yes, I go in my inbox, and I talk to him. It's one guy, I'm gonna be honest, that I do talk to. His name is Kevin. But I haven't talked to Kevin in a minute, But we do text each other. I asked him how his mom doing, how his significant other doing, and we talk like that, But as far as answering the phone for guys on my Facebook page, I honestly don't do that. I like to, if I'm gonna talk, I talk through text messages. I feel like, for me, I don't want anybody to get the consumption of I'm trying to get with somebody, because I'm really not trying to get it with anybody on Facebook. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really not trying to get with anybody right now. As far as because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For me, I listen to a lot of guys on my line say I love you. I'm in love with you. But my thing is, it's not love, it's infatuation. Is you infatuated with the person that's in front of you, because you don't even know me to tell me that and if you love me, it's unconditional, just like I love all you guys unconditional. Like I said, unless you're family or you're my friend, because I have a lot of friends and family on my page. that I worked with, I went to school with, it was that I grew up with. Because like I said, the ones I grew up with and a lot of the people that I work with, they're just like family to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of them. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of them, but there was some that I just enjoyed talking to and being around more. Ricky German. I'm gonna say this. I worked with this young man named Ricky German at the airport. There was one wise fellow to me. And I love Ricky German like he was my uncle, because, he reminded me of one of my uncles. I mean, he was just one of the wisest men that I ever knew and talked to. And I love Ricky German, just like I said, he's my uncle or my big brother. I'm going to be honest with you. And I learned a lot from Ricky. I did. I learned a lot because he was silent and he would talk to me all the time and tell me things. And I would listen. Like I said, there was a young lady, Denise Arnold. And there was another young lady that I used to talk to a lot. And like I said, Denise, she knew a lot of things that I was going through. Even though I didn't tell her, I think she kind of picked up on it. That's what I call a true friend, who can pick up on stuff that you don't even have to tell them about. You know what I'm saying? And I love that young lady, just like my sister, just like my little sister. And she has one of the beautifulest heart. And I just want you to know, Cookie, I love you, baby girl. I love you. I love you. I really do. An inspirational person to me, another one, was this young lady named Stacy Leonard. I grew so close to Stacy. She was like my little baby sister. And she's a beautiful person. And a lot of some things she went through, and I was there for her, because I love Stacy. Same with Chandra Pruitt. I love Chandra Pruitt. Mia, I love Mia. Tyron, I love Tyron like he's my big brother. Well, Tyron is my brother. My mom met him, and I think my mom just fell in love with Tyron, and she said, that's my son. You know what I'm saying? So, I can go on and on with the list. Keith Douglas, Lamont Stewart. I can go on with the list of people that I really shared and loved, because we used to go out and do things, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? But this is one thing I'm saying, guys. You don't have to be with that person all the time when it's your friend. If you're a friend with a person, you can see the person a year down the road or 6 months, or you can talk to them 2 weeks or a month or a year later. And I'm not going to leave out my best friend, Deborah. And yet, because like I said, I can talk to these people now, and it's just like we've been talking all the time. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just wanted to come and let you know the different levels of love. Because a lot of people use love, and I asked them, what do that mean to you? And the answers that you give will be so amazing, because a lot of people out here in the world don't even know what love is. And I said, well, what makes you say you love anybody? I said, explain it to me. And a lot of people can't even explain it. They'd be like, well, I love a person. I mean, I love them. Like I said, there's a difference of love, of how you love and treat people. And you got to establish that in your life to feel like, I love a person. But I always realized, if you don't really know what love is, start loving yourself. And I promise you, it will all come to you. When you love you, you'll realize, God, I love me because you showed me how to love me. You realize once you do that, you will actually know what love is. And then you can start giving love the way you're supposed to give love to whoever out here you want to give it to in this world. And for me, I love everyone. And I love everyone unconditional. But when it comes to that special person in my life, love with all my heart. So on that behalf, guys, I always say a kind word and a beautiful smile goes a very long way, because you never know what a person's going through. And I'm going to say this. I'm about to get out of here. Peace. Love, hugs, and oh yes, baby. Kisses from Miss Purple. Have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. I love you, my queens and kings. Mwah. Good afternoon, my queens and kings. How are we? This is Miss Purple. I just wanted to come because I have something on my mind, guys. I just want to say this. When you say you're a godly person and you don't mind helping others, let me say this to you. Don't be a sheep. Is this a sheep in wool clothing? Hiding behind that? Because if you have a good heart, you're going to help everybody that you can help. if you can. You can't be a godly person sometimes and ungodly the other times. You see, for me, maybe it's me, because when somebody tell me they hungry, I buy them something to eat. If somebody on the street and say, "Ma'am, do you have a couple of dollars or a couple of coins I can give?" I give it to them, because you know what? It's not for me to judge them or what they're gonna do with it. Now, if somebody said, "Miss Lambert, can you take me home?" and I know it's not out of my way, I will take you home. I'm not gonna ask for any gas money, because my tank is already always on half, well, above the half or near the full all the time, so I don't ask for money, because sometimes, like I tell people, you never know if you're helping an angel. You never know if you're helping somebody that has money and will come back and find you and reward you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a good heart goes a long way, people. It do not hurt you to say, "I will do this for you." It's sometimes when I'm at work, when people don't have enough money, I put the rest of the money on there for them. When people come in, some people come in, they have kids, and they be like, "Oh my God, I ain't got enough for to get their Happy Meal." I buy it. I buy it for them, because it's a baby. And I don't want to see no child go home. You know what I'm saying? So guys, quit. If you're not a godly person, and when I say godly person, or you're not a person that's giving, don't tell people what I give all the time. But you don't. You give sometimes. Because see, for me, I grew up watching my mom give, and do. And she kept getting blessed. And I'm like, why is my mom always giving, but she's always being blessed every time she gave? My mama would cook, and when a child come up and say they're hungry, my mama would feed them. You know what I'm saying? If they come up and say, "Miss Nine, can I borrow some money? Do you have a couple of dollars I can get?" My mama reached in her pocket. She ain't asked no question. She just gave it to them. And that's what I do. I follow my mom's footsteps. Because when I tell you I'm a giving person, and God has given me so much in my life. I have been blessed so many times with so many things. And I don't mind sharing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people, if you don't like sharing, don't tell people you're a godly person, because you're a selfish person. Don't tell people you would do things for people, and then you turn around and you tell a person you can't do nothing for them if you know you're not a godly person. Because a godly person is going to do what's right in your heart. You don't ask for nothing in return. Because when I do stuff for people, I don't ask for nothing in return. I do it because it's been put upon me from God to do it. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So stop sitting up here saying, "I do this and I do that, and I give people this and I give people that." Because my thing is, God knows who gives. He knows who gives from their heart. I don't talk about things that I give and do for people, but I'm just saying, I do a lot for people. And I don't mind, because like I said, God has been doing for me. But you know something I realize? No matter, sometimes everybody ain't like you. Just because you do it don't mean somebody else gonna do it. Just because you do people right and you do godly things for people, that don't mean they're gonna do the same thing for you. Because there's a lot of people that don't do that for me. Nobody do that for me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind, because like I said, I was raised by a beautiful, black, strong woman who taught me to love everyone. You know what I'm saying? To do, if you can, for who you can do for. Because sometimes, guys, I'm going to be honest, sometimes you can't do for everybody. Because people out here will take your kindness for weakness. Because you do things, they see you doing it, they'll keep coming to you, and every time they come to you, they raise their stakes. You see what I'm saying? Just to see if you're going to keep on doing it. Some people will try to make a fool out of you. So you have to be mindful of what you doing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, don't tell people you godly and you do this and you do that and you give and you take people places and you don't ask for gas and you don't do this and you don't do that if you really don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw that today. This one guy that worked with me, I seen it today with my own eyes, and it kind of hurt my feelings. This young man asked him, "Man, can you drop me off at home? Because I'm getting off," and he was getting off. He come in every morning, help this man put up produce. Help him every time the truck come in and he had to put stuff up. He helped this young man. If the man want him to go to walk to the store for him, he walks to the store for people and get everybody in the store whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll go across the street to another restaurant if somebody wants something else from another restaurant. He do this. He don't ask no question. He just do it. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, when he asked this young man to take him home today, the young man gonna tell him, but this young man always talking about, I do this and I do this for people and I give people this and I do this. He gonna tell this young man he couldn't drop him off. And it tore at my spirit hurt. I mean, it hurt me right here in my heart when he told him that. So I told him, if you will wait a little longer, I get off at so-and-so something, I will take you home. I'll drop you off. Because, you know, it's hot. It's hot out here, guys. And for him to walk where he had to walk to, it was ridiculous. Then he said his aunt picks him up. But he said, I guess she been sick or something. So she said he would have to walk home because her husband is asleep. And he know he wasn't going to pick him up. So, guys, like I say, if you're a godly person, keep on doing what you do. But if you're a part-time godly person, then you're not godly. You're not a godly person. If you got to keep talking about what you did for somebody or what you gave this person, you're not a godly person. Because that is not being a godly person. A godly person is a person to give from the heart, no matter what they do with it, whether it's money, if they go and buy crack or whatever they do with it. It's not for you to judge them or what they do with the money. They ask you, you gave it to them, you shouldn't question them what you're going to do with it. Whatever they do with it, if you regard the person, it's coming from your heart, it's on them to do what they want to do with it. Whether they go buy liquor, whether they go buy some food, or whether they go buy crack, it's not for you to judge them. If you give a person something and they accept it, let's say you give a person a box of clothes for their children and they accept it. It's not for you to go back behind everybody back. Oh, girl, I gave her all my child clothes, and girl, so and so. You know how people talk. If you're the type of person that used to be like me, I used to give, I used to buy bathroom sets every week, and the old ones I just ask people, do they want them? But I didn't go behind their back. Oh, I gave so and so that, I gave so and so that. Oh no, because that's not being godly, guys. That's not giving from the heart. Give from the heart if you're real. You understand what I'm saying? Because God knows if you're real or not. He knows where your heart is. And I'm just throwing that out there to you guys. On that, I'm going to get out of here because I just got off work and I'm heading home. Going to get me something to eat, a veggie pizza, going home, eat, and I'm going to chill for the day. So I will talk with you all later. I'm thinking about doing a live because, I got to represent football coming on. It's football season. It's coming around the corner, guys, and I'm ready for it. So on behalf of that, I just want to say peace, love, hugs, and oh yes, baby, kisses from me to you. You all have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed evening, afternoon, night, or whenever you see this video. I love you guys. Mwah.